Turkish TV has generously stopped by to broadcast. We're also going to recording a podcast as we go along here, so this should be interesting. But in case anybody doesn't know who's sitting next to me, mic check 1, 2. Give me a mic check.
Yes,
excellent, excellent. In case anybody doesn't know who's sitting next to me, Sabine Geldermann. She is the director of Drupa, and you
on cutting-edge technologies that will certainly have a huge impact on our industry. So it's next to traditional print as well, for example, biomedical things. It's about artificial intelligence, it's about robotics, a lot of IT, and so the genetic pool is going to be enriched even by participants coming, let's say, from outside of our industry, because we think that intersectional, let's say, solutions are driving innovation, and we think as well that it's very important to have a look outside of our industry to understand how the automotive industry, for example, is dealing with digital transformation, and that's certainly aspects where we can learn and translate in many ways how printers and new audiences will have to redesign their processes. And next to, let's say, plug and play stands, we're having very nice keynote speakers, we're having different formats, and we're certainly looking at a very inspiring forum.
Well, you might see that there are some people here who have come, and one of the reasons they have come is because of a word you just used right now, which is inspiring. By far, there is nobody I know who is more inspiring, more of a shining example to all of the women in the printing industry than you, Sabine Geldermann. You are a global ambassador. You are a champion of the future of print and the opportunity for the people to learn and grow their businesses in an open and sharing environment. And because of that, we wanted to award you the 2019 Girls Who Print Girly Award.
Oh, thank you so much, Deborah. That's really, that's very kind of you. Wow, what a surprise. I'm really nearly embarrassed, and thank you so much for that outstanding recognition. And thank you for your very nice words. At least, yes, we're trying to be very inspiring for the industry, and certainly encourage as well women to look at the industry and to really prosper and grow the opportunities. Absolutely.
Jules Van Zandt is here. She was actually the winner last year. Hey, Jules.
Hi.
And Pat McGrew is walking around the show. She was the first winner. They surprised me in 2016 and gave it to me. I was very surprised.
Wow.
I actually thought I was giving it to Jules that year, so she ended up getting the next year. Trish Wachowski, who you met this morning, she also won. So a lot of the girlies are here. I'm not sure if Carrie Sherburne is here, but if she is, all of us are in the house. I'd like to turn this to talk about women a little, because this is what this award is about. How did you start off? Did you start off wanting to be the director of Drupa, the largest trade show in the world?
Actually, not at all, not at all. So when I left university, I right away started at least in the trade fair industry, because during my university time I was very often working at trade fairs, translating either English, French, Portuguese, as I just could very well implement my skills for exhibitors from abroad. And so I did work in different industry segments, and however, always had like a special dedication, and wanted to stay in the industry for the trade business. And actually in 2012 I was approached by Messe Düsseldorf and asked if I could imagine to work again for them. And certainly Drupa, as you said, has been a huge challenge, specifically looking at the consolidation in the industry. And from the very first second, it was crystal clear that we had to reposition the event from a strategic point of view. So it was quite a challenge for me as well. And as you said previously, the show is now getting 69 years old.
Wow.
It was founded in '51, and it has always been a man who was the director of Drupa.
Yeah.
And so I'm the first.
You're the first director of Drupa. I didn't even know that.
Women, no, not director, but
director.
Woman,
That's
yeah.
amazing. I had no idea.
Yes, that's the truth.
Did you find when you walked in the room that it was different that you were a woman, or because you represent the largest trade show in the world, did that give you some strength?
Certainly, yes. I think Drupa in general, and that's not my, let's say, I have not awarded this, but certainly since these years of existence, Drupa has an unbelievable value for the printing industry, and that certainly helped me as well to get a step into the door. On the other side, I have to admit that in the men's world, very much dominated by men, yeah, they were all very, let's say, open, and so needless to mention, you have to, you gain, let's say, trust and responsibility, and have to work on that. But so far, after 7 years, I'm now in the project. I think I found very nice, a very big and very, let's say, engaged network out of many men and women as well.
Right.
And I think, yeah, that's a very positive experience.
Now, you deal with the very top levels of the exhibitors, of course, because of who you are. Have you noticed a shift in more women coming to those meetings or discussing the future of the industry with you?
Yes and no. So to answer the first part of your question, for example, we have a Drupa committee composed of many of the, let's say, key players, and actually only men representing the CEO level of, let's say, Heidelberger Druckmaschinen, Koenig & Bauer, Windmöller & Hölscher. That's still today on a CEO level session quite dominated by men. However, when we're talking with customers from a PR and marketing perspective, the majority is as well, or let's say the majority, but many of these representatives would be in the responsibility of women, which is great. And I think more and more, yeah, the, let's say, industry is getting prepared, and given the fact that, at least spoken for Europe, and I think it's the case in the United States as well, there is a lack of finding good people and profiles. I think it's a huge opportunity for women to position themselves as well very, very carefully and very predominantly in a man's world and in an engineering world.
Right. That's such an interesting perspective. Something else I wanted to ask you about, to change the subject a little. We are here, it's International Print Day. Happy International Print Day, everybody.
Yes.
And we are at a show that has been creating a lot of buzz, at least in the United States. This show was formerly SGI Expo, and it expanded to include, which was predominantly wide format and specialty printing, and it has expanded now to include more digital printing, to include packaging, to include more opportunities for printers. Drupa has been doing this for 76 years, or I'm sorry, how many years was it?
The show was founded in 51.
51, I don't know.
And it's getting like, yeah, it's our target and aim to come up with fresh and enriched data year by year. And this report, at least the management summary, is even translated into 7 languages.
Wow.
Yeah, every year. And that summary and management report is, yeah, can be downloaded from our website completely free of charge. And I think this is a huge investment. The full, let's say, report at least is not available free of charge, but still it's not expensive at all. So looking at some of the studies that are really high priced and with a good reason for. But we thought, being the world leading trade fair, it's important to invest as well in education and in knowledge transfer. And that's what we're doing, not only report on a yearly level and with Spotlights report, but we're investing as well in 5 dedicated forums. If it's the Drupa Cube, the major conference area, DNA, what you just mentioned, 3 touch points, 1 on 3D, on additive manufacturing, 1 on packaging productions, visionary packaging solutions, and 1 on textile, actually.
Everything you need is at Drupa 2020. Get your tickets to Dusseldorf.
Yes, please.
Don't even know what you're waiting for. Why are you still watching this video? Go book a ticket. Sabine Geldermann, I don't even know what to say to you. I sit next to you and it gives me the chills. You are just amazing. I know that you say I'm the ambassador of print, but really you are the global ambassador of print. It's just such an honor. I'm so happy that we were able to present this award to you, and for your team for keeping it a secret. Good job, Drupa Ann. Wasn't sure about her.
I really feel honored. Thank you again from my side.
And of course,
a great appreciation.
And thanks so much to Inkish TV for coming over and filming this live. They are doing broadcasts from the show every day from 11 to 1 Central Time. That's 12 to 2 Eastern Time for all of you Eastern people eating lunch then. Very smart doing it then. I'm sure you'll have replays up at some point. So everybody go to Inkish TV and also check out Inkish News. It's a new product from them. It's very cool. Sabine Geldermann.